you, God. Child. No. Not about to play with y'all.
Hold up. Whoa. Win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't lit.
What's up? Hey, your girls in the building. We're back with another video, and today we have a makeup tutorial review, all of that good jazz, and we're using only one brand. COLOURPOP up in the building, bitch. We in this. It took me forever to get the COLOURPOP complexion products. Like, you've been seeing all the reviews, all the big beauty gurus ripping and raving like, oh my god. But me, I really have a thing about buying complexion products online. I want to be able to try it in the store. I need to match myself because ain't nobody got time for not matching foundations, and then some of them don't want to do returns, or do you have to pay for the return? No. Not about to play with y'all. But I went ahead and took a leap of faith and we got it together. So if you would like to see what products I used and how I created this look with all COLOURPOP products, just keep on watching. We're gonna probably have an intro before all of this foolishness. But welcome back to my channel. We will be doing a full face of COLOURPOP. I filmed this, I recorded this. Hated the look. Hated, I said, girl, you're so much better than what's on your face right now. This is Triz ass. You would never post a pic. You would never. So I'm trying to get myself reorganized now. We're gonna do this again because I like COLOURPOP and I know I like COLOURPOP. I just want to do a full face, but that look was not it. Jeez Louise, that was so much work. Full face of COLOURPOP, good. Guys, so I have nothing on my face right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start with two things that aren't COLOURPOP. The Clinique Clinique Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly. This is like a water gel, and it just makes my face feel so plump and ready to work with. And then I've also been loving the NYX Honey Do Me Up primer. I still use my Lancome La Pro base. I'm gonna remember to talk here and not at the monitor. Here. Honey Do Me Up in the Lancome La Pro base. It just gets my skin really nice and looks really skin-like, and that's what I've been going for. My skin has just been really too dry lately. It's to use like super matte products. So I go ahead and put these two on first before I do anything else to my face, so it gives it time to like soak in and get acquainted and just make it all juicy and ready to work with, you know? I really do actually like this. It's not just like a gimmicky product that looks cute in the bottle, because it does look cute in the bottle. It has like a lemony scent, and it actually does have some tackiness to it, and that's what we want in our primer. We want it to grip our makeup so it stays put all day. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the brows. And for brows, I got a lot of different COLOURPOP products that I haven't used before, some shades and things I haven't used before, and I'm actually getting a chance to try out the concealers, both versions of the foundation. It's been giving me mixed reviews. It's been giving me mixed vibes. This is a real review. I've used it a couple times, and yeah. So today I feel like I will be able to give my final verdict on it. I may need different shades is why I'm not feeling it, but whatever. And of course we'll be using the COLOURPOP and Shayla palette. So we're gonna go ahead and take the Brow Boss in dark brown to go ahead and outline our brows, and then we'll be using the Shayla palette Played Out, which is a dark brown shade, and I'll be using that to actually fill in my brow. So with the Brow Boss, you get a dual-ended pencil and spoolie situation, which I feel like is very convenient. So as far as the brow pencil goes, I feel like that took me a little bit longer than my other brow pencils. It doesn't use a whole bunch of product. It's just not depositing. It's not like melting into the skin, which means depositing onto the face as easily. It's not really like annoying, but I feel like it takes me a little bit longer to get the brows done. Good product though. You can definitely see the color is definitely, you know, depositing onto the skin. All right, so now we're gonna take this angle brush, this Morphe E11, and dip into Played Out and get to filling in the brows. They do have other brow powders, and like I feel like they have a duo or something like that, but I just find it most convenient to just use eyeshadow. All right, brows are filled in. Now we're gonna go ahead and carve them out using the ColourPop concealer in the shade Dark 48. When I first opened this up, I thought it was gonna be too dark, but it's actually a pretty nice color. I feel like the shade up would have been way too light. Your girl would have been out here looking ghostly. So I'm just gonna be using a flat, probably shadow brush. This one is by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to carve out the brows. All right, brows are carved out. Now we're gonna go ahead and buff it out using the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. This is my favorite brush to get these under eyes together. Also good for under eye. So for this concealer, I feel like it has a kind of neutrally pink undertone. I can't remember what the description said, but looking at it on my face, I feel like it's more pinky or neutral than gold, which is normally what I go for in all my complexion products because I have hella yellow undertones, as you can see all up in this chest. Hella yellow. All right, moving on to the eyes. I'm going to continue using the ColourPop concealer as my shadow base today. So we're just gonna place that all over the lid, blend it out, and then set it with some loose powder and use it as the shadow base for the day. So now I'm gonna take my Morphe blending sponge and just blend this out. All right, and then to set the eye down, we're gonna use the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder. All right, so to get into the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom y'all in. Don't know what look we're creating. It's gonna be something kind of neutral because I have other videos I need to shoot today, and we have to have our looks go with all these other looks that we're doing. So I wish it were a tiny bit higher, but it's fine. Look at my little breakout situation over here. Y'all are all up in my face, dog. Ooh, don't know how I feel about this 4K. That close up. Violating. Anyway, let's get into this palette. So this is the ColourPop Shayla palette. It comes with, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 shadows. You have a mix of matte shades. You get some metallics. So you got a nice little combination going over here. You get a little rainbow situation. You have your warm neutrals that are going to be good for your transition shades. If you always need a dark brown, you can never really go wrong with a dark brown. And then you have these shimmers over here that are going to really make your looks pop. You got this blue, which is really pretty. Yes. Yes. And we have this. I played with this in my last look, and it just was not giving me enough life. Like, it's pretty, but it wasn't giving me enough light. I feel like this is probably my favorite because it's just subtle and metallic-y. Now that we have our hands all dirty, let's go ahead and start a look. I'm going to be basic and go for my faves in this palette, which are Revenge, Thick, and Played Out. We're going to take Revenge and Thick and start getting this crease area together using we're going to start off with this BH Cosmetics Pro 5 blending brush. And now I'm just picking up Revenge on its own and kind of stamping it in that crease so we have that a little bit darker. Repeat on the other eye. I can never do just one eye at a time. I have to do them both at the same time. Make sure what we got going on is equal. All right, now in this little outer corner, we're gonna take Played Out dark brown we use for the brow on like a little bullet brush. This is the Japanese 232 brush, and we're going to plop that right on that outer third. Take it up into the crease a little bit, keeping our brush angled downward because we want it to stay kind of focused directly in the crease. And then we'll buff whatever has been moved up on the, whatever this space is, we'll buff that out. And I'm just taking it to about the middle of the lid, but keeping it really concentrated on this outer third. And I think we're gonna do a little bit of a cut crease, so I'm gonna take it a little bit higher actually, because how my lids fold, you see how it kind of like disappears. So to make sure we still are getting this dark brown color, we gotta take it up a little bit higher. All right, I'm gonna take that first brush I was just using and go ahead and kind of blend this, make it smoother, because we kind of got just like dark brown to orange going on. So we're just smoothing that out a tad bit, blending them together so they create a transition, a smoother transition. These are blending pretty nicely together. It's not really like disappearing away too much. I feel like that one lost a little bit of its intensity, but it's not blending away into nothingness. The colors, you can still see all of our colors we got going on. You see the brighter orange up here transitioning down into this mix of brown and like rusty orange we got going on. So they're blending nicely together. They're not getting muddy, even though this could have gotten very muddy just because the hues of the colors we used. Well, tints, I should say, because hues are colors. So I feel like this adds a lot more intense. Keep that same energy, dog. All right, now we're gonna use that brush we used to cut out the brows to cut out the crease. Same brush, same concealer. Same. We're gonna use as much ColourPop as we possibly can. And just to make sure this little crease is like extra clean, extra sharp, I'm just taking a little bit of that mix of the Revenge and Thick and just going like right up on the line. All right, so now we're gonna take a flat shadow brush and I'm gonna go into the shade. I'm gonna go into the shade Unbothered, which is like this white metallic-y shade, and place that all over the area we just cut. All right, kind of pretty. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on some liner. Go ahead and plop on some mascara and then take a makeup wipe and wipe all this excess off. All right, now I'm gonna take you back out. All right, onto this complexion. We're gonna replenish what we just wiped off with the, actually, no, we're not. We're just gonna put the Lancome on. So, just gonna use the Lancome. All right, so now we're gonna get into the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I have the shade Dark 175. Like I said, I've been having mixed feelings about it. It gave me my life one time. It did not give me life at all the next time. So I really don't know how I feel. I do not like that it does not have a cap. Like, this is how it comes out the box. Yes, it has this twist situation, but if you forget to twist the lock, you got a mess. And then this mess, I would rather it be hidden by a cap. So don't like either of those things, but we're gonna go ahead and put it on with my Morphe M439 brush. Just gonna dab it and buff it. And I feel like it does match the description that they have of it online. Pretty much to a T. It does have yellow undertone, medium buildable coverage. Does give it a pretty nice flawless finish. Just feel like it just matches entirely. I think I like my foundation just a little bit darker, so then when I conceal, you get that brightness. But when it matches like this, if I go any brighter, it looks crazy, and then if I don't, it just not giving me life. So I don't know. Like, you always want that's what you go for. Your goal is to have a perfect matching foundation, but I don't know if it's the undertones in this or what. But I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna try to redo what I did the first time I did it, which I think I used my flower powder with it. No, I didn't use my flower powder with it. What did I use? Maybe this black opal. I'm gonna try that. And so I see a little bit of my dark marks coming through here, and I feel like I could have a little better coverage under the eye. So I'm gonna just do one more squirt. The first one was maybe like 2 pumps of it. So I'm just gonna use what's on the brush to kind of buff that in and out and around and all of that. So before it sets, you get a nice looking healthy glow. Like, I'm here for it. It doesn't feel super heavy, but I can definitely like feel it on my skin. I think I'm trying to pay more attention to it now, since it's like my 3rd or 4th time actually wearing it, and try to compare it to the first couple times I wore it. All right, so now we're all buffed and blended in. Like, it's a good match. It's a perfect match, actually. Like, I just feel like I'm so used to having foundations that don't exactly match. and using the combination of the foundation and the concealer to get it how I want it. That's what I'm used to. So this is maybe just me being extra picky. But yeah, so now we're gonna go back with the concealer and go ahead and conceal in our normal areas. All right, so like looking in the monitor, it doesn't look super bright. Looking in the mirrors, it's just like bright enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out with my Morphe sponge. And definitely if I wanted to pump this up a little bit more, I could use another lighter concealer. But we're gonna stick to ColourPop. Make a do what it do. Again, getting a really nice coverage from it. It's blending out really easily. Not drying too quickly on me. It's giving me time to blend it and move it where I want it. It's not sticking in any random places or holding on to anything. So it looks nice. Okay, maybe this time it's gonna give me life. Maybe this time it's gonna give me life. See, now I feel like I'm too light. I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to my winter complexion now. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just used to being a little darker. I like my summer cocoa color, even though it's a pain in the ass to match. All right, so I'm gonna use Black Opal because that's what I think I used the first time, because I feel like my powder was in my purse and I was being lazy that day. So we're gonna use that. Use your Beauty Bakery little egg, it's dry, to go ahead and place that over our highlighted areas. And this is the Black Opal finishing powder in medium. I did not get the ColourPop powder because it was sold out. Oh, I was supposed to contour. Dag nabbit. About to see how this is about to work. I got the ColourPop stick foundation in the shade Deep Dark 210C. It's a stick cream foundation. I was supposed to contour. We're gonna try and do this, even though we have this powder on. This again is a nice warm dark brown. I feel like it has more red undertones. Definitely kind of melts into the skin. It's easy to apply. Don't think you would need much product if you're using this as your full face like application. I'm just not a fan of stick foundations. I feel like it takes just way too much work. Way too much work. So now we're gonna attempt blending this. Oh my God. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and just blend her out. Okay. She's not doing too bad. Very warm contour, but I feel like my powder is gonna bring it back down to how I like it. I like my contour a little more on the neutral side. But you can see how easily this blends in, so fan of that. Cream contouring to me just takes way too long, so I don't do it often, but I wanted to try the foundation and give my thoughts on it. Like, my arm hurts. Nobody has time. And I feel like cream contour is very tricky for beginners. It can get very messy, very muddy, very quickly. Powder is just easier. But that cream will give you the snatch if you're looking for that. Now I'm going to take this fluffy shadow brush, which I actually only use for contouring. We're going to use that to blend out this nose contour for both the cream and the powder. All right, now to dust off all this powder, because my face is like, big, you taking way too long. I'm gonna go ahead and set this cream contour real quick, and then we'll do our first spray down, because my skin and powders, like, we need them to stay put, but she don't be having it. So on to finish the eyes, I'm going to take the same brush I started with and just take those two colors and smoke them out across the bottom lower lash line. I'm gonna take this like pencil brush and take Strut and Slay and put that in the inner corner. Actually gonna mix that with Spill the Tea. So we got both of them, these two. Right, y'all. think that's kind of pretty. I'm gonna take a black liner, lower in the waterline. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do blush. So if I knew what she was. So I don't really know why I picked up this shade. It's actually really pretty though. This is this Super Shock Cheek in Never Been Kissed. Gotta use a light hand. It is pigmented. It's a cream blush. Gotta use a light hand though. We just need a little bit of rosiness. Nothing too dramatic. I ain't mad. So, and now we're gonna use another cream product. We're going to take the NYX ColourPop Avalanche Super Shock Cheek, which is a cream highlighter, and we're going to place that on, and then we're going to put the ColourPop and Shayla Pose on top. Pose. It's like a nice glow from within type deal. It really melts into the skin because it is a cream. So it just gives you that glow from within. Then we stack that powder on top and we get the beam, okay? All right, now let's put on some lashes. How about that? Before we forget that whole little thing, put on some bottom mascara and some falsies. We're almost done, we're almost done, we're almost done, we're almost done. So I did get a couple new ColourPop lippies, but I'm just gonna stick to what I know. Stick to what I know is popping. So we're gonna take our NYX dark brown pencil because the lip pencil that I wanted from them was sold out. So we're taking the NYX Espresso lip liner, and then we're going to take the ColourPop and Shayla collab lip and place that all over the center. And this is a really pretty combo to me, but I've really been feeling gloss, so we're gonna go ahead and take the Shayla and ColourPop collab lip gloss, well, from the first collab, in the shade in Neat Freak, and put that on top to get this lip. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this down for the last time, and then I'll be right back with my final look and my final thoughts on everything that we've used today in ColourPop. Ooh. Okay, we're back. So yes, this is our finished look using a full face of ColourPop. I'm here for it. I knew I love ColourPop. I don't know what was going on, if it was just my skin was going through something, but that last look, no ma'am. No ma'am, no ma'am. But I'm definitely here living for it. I love this combination that we have going on. I think I found the right concoction for this foundation concealer mix. It's lit. The foundation's lit. Like, I'm looking under my eyes. The concealer is lit. Everything is like gooey, dewy, dewy and glowy. Good God. Highlights popping, lips are popping, eyes are popping, brows are popping. Like, she's popping. She's here. She's together. She's color popped out. We've popped out with ColourPop. Okay. Here for it. So I would definitely suggest all these products. I really don't know what my skin was going through with that last look, so I'm gonna blame it on me. I'm not gonna blame it on ColourPop because I knew the first time I tried this it was a win, and then the second time I was like, but now I'm like, So yeah, here for it. I've also tried this Super Shock shadows. They're like individual little like shadows, like the cheek ones. I love those. I haven't tried any of the newer like palettes besides this Shayla Perception one. The lip products are good. I will say that I do not like their new lip gloss applicators, like the Shayla one, the doe foot. Yes, these little hairs they've been doing now that I've been seeing in like Ulta, and one of the other ones that I actually ordered was not, I'm not a fan of the hair lip gloss applicator. Give me a doe foot. I'm not here for the hairs. The other thing that I'm not here for is not having a cap for this foundation, but I do like the way the foundation wears, applies, the colors, and they do give a really good description on the website of what the colors are because they're not in stores. That will be my main thing, is to get all their complexion products in stores because ColourPop is sold in Ulta. So I really would like for them to be able to expand and get like a real display, because right now I've been seeing them mostly on like end caps, but I want them to have like a full like little section so they can get their complexion products in there, because it is very skeptical. I think that's why it took me so long to get or try the foundation out, is because I don't like buying foundation products online. I want to be able to go in the store, test it, match myself, and figure it out, because the descriptions, although very accurate for what I say, for my opinion. That's something I want to drop in 2018, in my opinion. You know, it's my opinion, it's my video. But anyway, although very descriptive and very, I feel, on point, I want to be able to test it and play with it in the store. You know, I always go makeup shopping with no makeup on so I can match myself if I'm going to try a new foundation or a new concealer. I want to see what it's going to look like. So I want to be able to play with it in the store. So that would be my main thing, is hopefully they can expand in 2019 and get a real section in Ulta so we can do what it do, because definitely you need to try this foundation out. If you do want to try, I would say just, you know, really pay attention to your skin, your undertones, what you got going on, because I feel like this was my first try and I matched on the first try. So, but I am a little bit, I've been playing with makeup for a long time. So yes, here for ColourPop. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If there's any other like full faces or products that you would like for me to try, I really want to do more makeup tutorial reviews and stuff in 2019. I'm trying to upgrade my channel, upgrade everything I do, be able to work with more brands, expand myself, and none of this, any of this, we're 20K strong. None of this would be possible without y'all. So thank you, and I just can't wait to continue growing in 2019. And that's all I have for you, and I will see y'all in my next video. Stay true. But me, I really have a thing about buying complexion products online. I want to be able to try it in the store. I need to match myself, because ain't nobody got time for not matching foundations, and then some of them don't want to do returns, or do you have to pay for the return? I went ahead and took a leap of faith, and we got it together. So if you would like to see what products I used and how I created this look with all ColourPop products, just keep on watching.